He's known for playing roles in TV shows like Chicago Fire, Vampire Diaries, Hawaii Five-0, and was part of a recent movie released back in August, Jones Plantation. While he's making his way on the big screen filming across the country, he actually grew up here in Augusta and said if it weren't for the Boys and Girls Club, he wouldn't be where he is today. I caught up with him on why it is important to have outreach programs to help local kids. It didn't matter where you came from. Kids were just kids.
It was a mutual respect that we had for each other because it wasn't about where you were from. It wasn't about your background. If you grew up in a single parent household, if you grew up in a project, or if you grew up in South Augusta or West Augusta, it was about how good were you in sports and how you did well and mesh with everybody on the field.
Something he wants kids to experience today. He says it's important to be present in their lives, like his mentor Gary was for him.
Knowing yourself, being confident, all of those things were things that were instilled with people like a Gary, right? He instilled like, hey man, you're great. They give you that constant reinforcement and hey, okay, now let's push it further. Let's push it further. Okay, it wasn't about if I'm going to college, it's when you're going to college.
Gary and many other mentors have made an impact on hundreds of kids in Augusta.
I had a passion when I was coming up to basically give back and be a mentor or be a positive influence on young men as I was coming up. I didn't have that when I was coming up, so I just made sure that I was able to do that.
Helping them find their way, which he is still doing to this day.
They gave me just as much as I gave them.
They urge people to make the same impact on kids today, paying it forward.
We've had a lot that came through the clubs over the years. I urge them to come back, just be present, share their stories, and I think that will do a lot for the community. Augusta's always been about community, and so that's what the kids need to see. So they need to see their level of success, they need to hear the stories, and also, just tell them about the things that we used to do that they're doing.
Maurice says he is working on a few projects in the future with the Boys and Girls Club and urges people to volunteer because he says time is what these kids need. For more information on how to volunteer, visit WRDW.com.